This is my 125cc pit bike. It's a Tao, so it's off-brand, but I traded this for, I don't know if you saw my last video, but I built a mini bike. I traded that mini bike for this. So in this video, we're just going to be fixing it up, making it look better, and yeah, we'll get right into it. I've got some tape. We're going to tape off the exhaust. I'm going to take off that air filter, tape up the intake, because I have a new air filter for this bike right here. And then after I get that intake taped off, I'm going to take off these plastics. And I'm going to give this bike a deep clean with a pressure washer. Get all the dirt and everything off of it, because I am getting new plastics, so might as well take them off, get the bike cleaned up really nice. Then we can put some new plastics on it and a new chain. So yeah, that'll be good. So we got these back two screws. I got them out. So now that's loose. So next up, we're gonna take the screws out of the gas tank. Okay, so I went ahead and undid the last three bolts. This one back here, this other one over here, and this other one on the gas tank. So now I should be able to grab this, pull it back, and all the plastics should come off. There we go. Okay, so yeah, as you can see, definitely a little dirty, and that's why we're taking this off. We can get some good cleaning. And then, hopefully, tomorrow, plastics arrive, we can get those installed, get a new chain on. This is going to look really good. So yeah, let's get to the washing phase. Okay, so it's actually been about 4 days, and I have an update. I actually went ahead and put the plastics back on. So the plastics got delayed in shipping, so that's going to take a little bit to come in. That comes in a couple days. But yeah, I put the plastics back on just so I could keep riding it for a little bit. So I did wash it. Might be a little dirty again, but I've been keeping it on the road, so it should be pretty clean for the most part. But yeah, I actually have an update. This gas tank was leaking gas. Originally I thought it was the gas cap, but I found out that it's actually that in here, underneath these threads, is cracked. I don't know. There we go, you can see that. So that's cracked, so gas is leaking out of that. So, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna strip all these plastics back off. We're also gonna pull the gas tank, and we're probably gonna get that chain swapped out soon too. Yeah, I'm just gonna start by getting the plastics back off. So I'm gonna pull this back out there, and yeah, we'll get straight to it. Okay, now I've got the plastics off, and I put these little screws back in the gas tank because that actually goes straight into the gas tank, so if I didn't put those back in, any leftover gas could come out. That's why I did that. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to disconnect this hose line right here, and I'm going to unscrew these two bolts in the back, take the tank off, and yeah, then this tank will be off. And then maybe we can move on to the chain or something. I don't know. We'll get to that when we're there. But yeah, we're gonna get working on that. got this gas tank off. I'm actually gonna pour, if I can, all of that gas into that little cup right there, just so that it's out of the tank. Just trying to get all of it out, as much of it as I can. So there's definitely more in there, it's just not coming out. Jiggle it around a little bit. Alright, I think that's pretty good. Okay, let's take a look at what we've got here. Okay, so the color looks decent. I know it's mainly my gas. Yeah, it smells pretty good. But I am noticing just a lot of dirt down at the bottom. So now that we've got that drained, we can boot that. But yeah, there we go. Alright, next up we have this chain. So I actually saw a hack on this to make it a little bit easier. We'll see if it works or not, but yeah, I'm just gonna hop right into getting this chain done. So I'm gonna cut the link off camera and then get this thing thrown on. So yeah, let's get that done. Okay, so I've got my chain cut to size and I've clipped this chain as well. So now I'm going to show you the chain trick that I was talking about earlier. So I'm going to take this end of the chain, and that's the end I'm going to connect my chain to. Just like so. Alright, and then you're going to grab the bottom half of the chain, and you're just going to start pulling it through. Oops. But don't let your quick link come out though. There we go. And then you just pull it on through. And you don't have to worry about feeding it or anything. And boom, there you go. So now I can undo that. And I can plop these down onto here. Just to realize that you cut it wrong. Okay, so I ended up cutting 3 quick links in my chain because I thought I had to add this last bit of chain back in for it to fit. But instead what happened was I realized that my chain tensioners were out really far, so I screwed them all the way in, put the chain on, tightened it back up to where it needed to be, and now the chain fits perfectly. So yay, the chain's on. Next up, gas tank and plastics, and then I believe that's it for this build. Alright, we got some new plastics. We've got these carbon fiber, well, they're fake, but carbon fiber plastics with the new screws and everything. So yeah, that finally came in. That took about a week to come in, and I actually did some of this off camera, my bad, but I got the new gas tank. The only thing I've done was I put this thing, the little on-off switch, I put that on the tank, and I have half bolted this on. I have not even fully bolted these on yet. So this gas tank also came with this new gas cap. I just bought the other one over there, but I think the red will look better anyways, so I think I'm gonna put this red one on it instead. So yeah, there we go. Alright, next up we're gonna be building the plastics. So it came with some new screws, but I think I need to take this apart and use some of the old stuff out of there because it has washers and things like that that I think I'm gonna need. So I'm going to take that apart so that I can use those washers, but I have new screws for it, so that's good. So yeah, I'm going to start by getting that built up. I'm going to take this apart off camera, but then I'll get that put together with you guys, you know, show you kind of how to do it. So yeah, let's get to it. I'm going to turn the camera off so that I don't ruin any of my plastics, and I'll show you what it looks like after I've got this all built. Alright, we're kind of racing against the clock now. The sun's starting to go down, but I got the plastics all put together, and they turned out amazing. It's kind of hard to see, but it looks amazing. I have not checked to see if this fits on properly yet, so I guess let's do that now. And yeah, that fits beautifully. Let's get these plastics bolted down, get the fender on, and the number guard, the number plate, and yeah, the plastics will be done. So let's get the last screws bolted down, and then yeah, we might be done for the day. So yeah, thanks.